teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
Jones. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 78 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty. They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. McSorley once more looks to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the counter, Gurley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. McSorley from the shotgun. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
1st and goal.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Sterling Hawkrichter to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's caught by Howard. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Hey, Buccaneers.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
8-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Score Buccaneers 14, Falcons 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Isaiah Simmons in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting him to shreds.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. To throw on 2nd and 6, McSorley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
On the keeper.
Trace McSorley, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. Well, the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 34 yards there and a 1st down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. He sets up the screen to Jones. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Buccaneers 21, Falcons 14. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is McSorley. And that one will fall incomplete.
McSorley's
clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. McSorley sets to pass. He's airing it out for Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
McSorley's pass intercepted.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Set to kick off.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now a first down carry by Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Gurley, the ball.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now McSorley. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 11. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Harris Campbell, 82 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Buccaneers 35, Falcons 14. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They see him the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
On the stop.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Here's McSorley to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated then Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection. Ryan to Jones there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Atlanta.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The quick slant caught. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Godwin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Falcons.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Back to throw here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's at the 50, the 30,
this
20,
is too easy right
10,
here. Too
and it's a
easy.
pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Buccaneers.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
24-yard line.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Lining up for the extra point.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Now the toss to Jones, running right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
16-yard line.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.